Sabbath School. I miss all my friends. Our first song we're going to sing today is My Best Friend is Jesus. So if you will help me with the motions, we will sing that one all together. To Jesus before we start our story today. When it's time to pray, I bend my knees, fold my hands, close my eyes. When it's time to pray, I bow my head, and then I talk to Jesus. Dear Jesus, thank you so much for this beautiful Sabbath day. We miss all of our friends today, but we know that you are with each and every one of them. Help us to have a happy Sabbath with you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So, a long time ago, there was a special man, and his name was Noah. And he was really good friends with Jesus. Jesus told him one day that he needed to build a big, big boat, kind of like this one, like this beautiful ark. So he had to do some things. He had to cut down trees, he had to make boards, and the kind of things we use for those are saws and hammers and axes they probably had. So we are going to get out our hammer and our wood, and we are going to sing along. Maybe we'll find wood. We're going to sing along with our song today as Mrs. Jo Bear plays. Noah's family helped him a lot with what he did. The boys probably helped build the ark, and the mom and maybe the daughter-in-laws helped in the garden area. So we are going to go over here to the garden, and we are going to gather all the fruits and vegetables so that they have lots of food to eat. Once all the things were together, the ark was built, and the food was put in, God told Noah that all of the animals needed to come into the ark. Two of the animals that might have been in our ark were giraffes. Jesus made giraffes super special because they have very long necks, and their long necks are because they like to eat leaves from the trees. So we're going to go pick the leaves in the trees, and we're going to feed our giraffes. ark. Our next animal we're going to talk about today is the kangaroo. Jesus made kangaroos special because he gave them this little pouch that their babies can stay in. The moms keep the babies nice and warm in the pouch. And kangaroos get from place to place by hopping. So we are going to sing our hop hop song as the kangaroo goes into the ark. Hop, 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 goes the kangaroo into Noah's ark. Hop, 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 Jesus saved the kangaroo in Noah's ark. Hop, 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 goes the kangaroo into Noah's ark. Hop, 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 Jesus saved the kangaroo in Noah's ark. Okay, our next animal is the lion. Jesus had the lions in the ark, and Jesus made lions very special. They have these beautiful manes, and they are the king of the jungle. They have a very special place in the ark, I bet, because they had to maybe be away from some of the other animals. We'd probably find lions in Africa. Today we're going to pretend to be a lion. We're going to wear our lion masks as we sing our song. So the lions were safe. So were the monkeys. Monkeys are special because monkeys like to climb in trees, and they like to swing from tree to tree with their nice long tails. We are going to put some monkeys up in our tree this morning as we sing our song. Besides the animals that were four-legged, Jesus probably also had all the birds in the trees. Jesus makes all kinds of birds. This one is a quail, and we usually see them running around on the ground. This one's a mountain bluebird, and they both have different colors that Jesus has given them. They sing different songs. We're going to fly our birds over to the trees while we're singing our songs this morning. Protected all of the animals in the ark. He didn't leave any animals out. But some creatures maybe didn't need to go in the ark, like sharks and whales. I bet Jesus left them in the water. So we are going to find our fish, and we are going to go put our fishy up on the board while we're singing. Fishy. have been a polar bear. Polar bears are special. Jesus makes them white so that you can't see them very well in the snow. Or there might have been a brown bear on the ark. Brown bears like to eat salmon and berries and honey. We're going to put the bears behind the ark so that they're nice and safe. And we're going to find some bears to put up on the board while we're singing. I think Jesus had elephants on the ark. I love elephants. Elephants are special because of their big ears that keep them cool. They are also the largest mammal that lives on the earth or on land. And they live for about 70 years. I'm sure Jesus had elephants. We're going to put them behind the ark. And then we're going to put some elephants up on the board as we're singing. This is everyone's favorite, the turtle. Turtles are special because Jesus gave them the home that they carry with them all the time. If they get scared, they can hide inside their home. And when they're not scared, they can pop out and come out and see who they want to play with. Turtles walk really slow, but they get to where they need to be. We're going to put Mr. Turtle behind the ark. And we're going to put our turtles from our boxes up on the ark so they're nice and safe. So Jesus was glad that all the animals were on the boat and safe. But we still have some animals around the room that need to go behind the ark. So we are going to pick up some of our animals and get them safely on the ark. Jesus had all the animals safely on the ark, he told Noah and his family to go on the ark. Once they were on there safely, Jesus shut the door. And it probably wasn't a soft sound, it was a loud sound. So we're going to clap along with our song this morning. When we have the word shut, We're going to clap our hands. Are we ready? The angel came down and shut the door, shut the door, shut the door. The angel came down and shut the door to Noah's ark. The angel came down and shut the door, shut the door, shut the door. The angel came down and shut the door to Noah's ark. Noah and his family and all the animals were on the ark for 7 long days, and nothing happened. But suddenly there was a little cloud that came, and it got bigger and bigger, and the cloud in the sky got darker and darker. And then they started feeling raindrops, and they could probably see the wind blowing, and there was lightning and thunder. So we are going to have a thunderstorm today as we pretend that it's raining outside. Are we ready? Do you think they were scared in the ark? I think they might have been a little bit scared, but they knew Jesus and all the angels were there to protect them. We are going to put up our angels on the board to show that Jesus took care of them through that long flood. So for 40 days and for 40 nights, it rained. It was a long time, and it flooded the whole entire earth. Noah and his family probably got tired of being on the ark. But one day it quit, and Noah knew eventually God would let them out of the ark. So one day he sent out a bird, and it flew around, but it came back, it had nothing. So Noah knew nothing was growing yet. And Noah waited for about a week, and he sent out another bird, and it came back with a leaf in its mouth, which told Noah that God was letting things grow and things were coming back to earth. He knew eventually they would get to go. But Noah didn't shut that door, so he had to wait for God to open it. They waited patiently for the water to go down and for things to grow, and one day God opened the door. So Noah and his family got to come out of the ark, and they looked up in the sky, and the very first thing they saw was a beautiful rainbow that told them that God would never flood the earth ever again. Help me sing our song this morning. What did they want to do when they came out of the ark and they saw that God had protected them? I'm sure the first thing they wanted to do was to thank God. Back then when they said prayers, they built altars out of rocks. So we are going to build a little rock altar up here with our little rocks so that we can tell God we are thankful. Thank you so much for coming to Sabbath School with me today. We will have a lesson later on, and we'll tape it and we'll let you guys watch what the lesson is. But for now, that is the story of Noah and how much he loved God and how God protected him. Have a great week. Should we do the goodbye song? Let's do that. We're going to sing the goodbye song if you want to sing it with us.